Hello, everyone. My name is Miri Lenov. I'm here with Regitze. She's on the other side of the world. I'm in Florida. We've been talking about how it's so nice here in the winter. But today we have a special guest. She's our coach's spotlight of the week. So thank you so much for joining me today, Regitze.
Thank you so much for letting me be on your show. It's so nice to meet you also. And I wish I was there in Florida with you. I'm in Denmark, so
yeah. I can't imagine how it is right there, right now, right there. I would love to go there at some point. So we're here because this is a coach's spotlight. We have in our personal development group. It's all about serving. It's all about giving ideas and helping each other out. As everybody knows, I'm an email copywriter, and I work with personal development coaches and service experts and anybody who does a service for something, but more in the personal development market. And today we have a business coach. That's what Regitze does. So why don't we start with finding out how and why you started this business? How about that?
Yeah. I started around 3.5 years ago in my online journey. I am a registered nurse. I was working as a nurse back then, and I was working really a lot, like 90 hours per week, night shift, and driving 1.5, 2 hours forth and back. And then all of a sudden, my father got sick. He had cancer. And then all of a sudden you realize life is finite, and then I just had to change something in my own life. So that's when I started my business, just really out of the blue, actually. I started out with some dropshipping stores, and later transitioned into coaching. But yeah, I've never looked back.
That's awesome. So, I mean, it sounds like a lot of coaches are usually in a similar position, going through something, and all of a sudden something like sparks. Yeah. And, it's definitely, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. So it's amazing how things happen, in life, and then we just have to change directions. We're going to talk a little bit about how coaches or people who want to get into coaching, this doesn't have to be just coaches, can increase their influence using organic strategies. And a lot of times we see that one of the things that people hold back on is that it's going to cost me too much. I don't want to spend money on advertising, and they don't really know that there's a lot of other ways to grow your influence using organic things that you can do from your house, from your home. So let's talk a little bit about that, Regitze. If you can give us some pointers, I think that'll be a good way to start, and then we'll continue the conversation.
It's true that advertising can cost a lot of money, but I would say it's also the best way to start is with organic marketing, so without paying for ads. Because when you're just starting out, you're not really sure about your offer, and you're not 100% sure about what your ideal client wants. There's a lot of uncertainties. And if you start to run ads with all these uncertainties, then they're more than likely going to be wrong, and you're not going to make money because you're going to have the wrong offer, you're going to have the wrong targeting, and a lot of things have to be right in order to make paid ads work. I'm not saying paid ads never work, but you have to be certain about all these things. So organic marketing is really the best way to start, and you can also scale it to a certain degree. Some when you can scale higher with ads. But the way that I do it and that I teach my clients is I teach them how to make posts. We do use posts where you position yourself as the expert and the authority in your field. First of all, you have to find out what your niche is and your ideal, or your offer and your ideal client. And then niche down to something that is pretty small, because then it's better to target people when you're not targeting such a big niche. And then you tell your story, because usually, coaches, they coach other people about some problem that they went through themselves. So then you tell your own story and your own struggles, what you have been through. And that way you connect with people who have similar problems, but they haven't been able to solve it yet. And that's really how you find your first clients.
Yeah.
And then you build up relationships, real relationships through Messenger. People will comment and like on your post, and then you build up friendships with them, and then you find out if they may be interested in getting your help. And it takes time, but that's how marketing is. You either have to spend time on it, or you spend money with
Right.
ads.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So we have some people watching. So anybody who's live, let us know you're here so we can properly say thank you. And we had a few, somebody like us, I think it was Christian Garcia. So thanks for being here, guys. Again, I only use the @everyone tag when we have Coaches Spotlight. So I don't want to bother anybody, but this is really cool stuff that Regitze is saying. One of the big things that she mentioned is networking. And people want to reach out. People want to know you. They want to understand what you do. They want to help. They want to be, people are people. People connect with people. And you can do that organically. You don't have to, you don't have to pay a lot of money for this. And one of the other things that you said, Rajiti, is sharing your story. And I think that a lot of coaches get into coaching because they love what you do, that they love what they do. They love being able to help, and they love to be able to show the world that they went through it and they experienced something similar. So why not share it with the world, and why not help people who are able to help you? Because I mean, there's so many stories of our coaches that we've had in the past in here, and they've shared very similar stories. I was burned out with my job. I was already helping somebody. So if you're live and you're a coach, let us know. We'd love to know you're here. And Regitze, so we spoke about networking, and we spoke about connecting with people. What would you say is one of your favorite, I guess, channels to be able to do that?
For me, it's Facebook. And I think for most coaches, it's either Facebook and or LinkedIn. But you can also use other channels. I actually share, I go omni-channel, so I share my content almost everywhere. But it is mainly Facebook where I get my clients. And I do it mainly through, I do a lot of videos, because in a video, people can get to know, like, and trust you better. When people only buy from other people or brands that they know, like, and trust. So until you have that trust with them, they're not going to buy from you. And there's no better way to get trust than through a video. They can really get to see you. Yeah, and another thing that you mentioned is sharing your story. That is very important. But I heard a lot of times from my clients who have been coaching maybe for a little while, they say that they were always taught that coaching was not about themselves, that it was only about the client. Yeah, and that may be so, but in order to attract people, you have to share your own story so people can connect with you. Yeah.
That's right on.
Yeah,
I think a lot of times we confuse ourselves with, you're right. Coaching is not about the coach, it's about the person. But if they don't know you, then how they're going to trust you, right? So I think that's a big reason why, being able to share who you are and putting yourself out there authentically is definitely going to help, to be able to just let people know what you're doing. A lot of times we have all of these, I guess, they're limiting beliefs or thoughts or scary things inside of you that don't let you come out of the world to show the world who you are. And I think that's what people appreciate the most. When people are authentic and they share who they are. And I love that you shared LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a hidden secret of social media. A lot of my clients I work with emails and with even websites, they came from LinkedIn just because I reached out to connect and to support them. A leadership coach, a LinkedIn coach, actually hired me to write her welcome sequence like 2 weeks ago. And she was a LinkedIn connection because I said, hi, how are you? I know and you have to be authentic. You can't just mass message everybody. And it just worked because people connect with who you are, and they don't want to work with somebody who is not going to be aligned with your values. So I love that you mentioned LinkedIn. I've gotten most of my clients from LinkedIn and Facebook too. Not so much Instagram. I don't know why. Instagram seems to be the one platform that I don't, but I definitely agree with you. And I want to give you time because I want to ask you, how do you work with clients? And because you're a business coach and I know you work with coaches, so how what does it look like for somebody to work with you so that they can, I guess, increase their influence using organic strategies?
My program is ongoing forever because I don't believe in that it should be limited to a certain time frame. A lot of people, they have jobs in the beginning, so they don't have too much time to dedicate to their to start their business maybe. And I also so they can do it in their own time, as fast or as slow as they want. I have an online program that they can go through that is also where they also have lifetime access. But then I also give one-on-one coaching sessions, and there's also no definite amount to that. I give unlimited coaching. Some need more help than others. And I'm not afraid of giving also unlimited one-on-one coaching because I want people to succeed. And once they get it, then they're not going to require me to give them one-on-one coaching. I mean, they only want as much as they need. So it's not just, we're not just sitting there talking about other stuff because everybody's busy. So they don't want to go on a call if they don't need it. So my program is unlimited. My online program, my portal is also unlimited, and my one-on-one coaching calls is unlimited. So that's how I do it.
So that's awesome. So when people work with you, what results do they get?
They usually earn. I actually give a money back guarantee that they will make back the money that they invest in my program within 6 months. Otherwise, they get a full refund. So until now, everybody's been able to do that. And most people, they get to $10,000 per month within the first 3 months, sometimes 6 months. It depends on how much time they can invest. So
That's awesome. And it's all using organic stuff. So it's you don't have to spend money on advertising or go ahead.
There's one thing I would mention that I do use appointment setters. So they cost a little bit of money. But it's not that kind of appointment setters where they're just copy pasting a message out like a robot. The appointment setters, they are just saving me time, but they're building up real connections with people, just like I would. And they're not pretending to be me. They are themselves, have their own profiles. The only thing it says on the profile, and what they also tell people, is that they are my assistant, just like they are. I mean, everything is real. There's no hidden agendas or so. They're just doing the job for me because it does take time to message forth and back with people and build connections to a lot of people. That takes time.
No, I love that you mentioned that because sometimes we misunderstand, organically and paid advertising. And the method is still organic because you're not spending money and giving it to Mark Zuckerberg, like or doing Google ads or anything like that. You're connecting with people, and somebody, either you or your team, you're connecting with people with what you teach. And from then on, you can build your team. So it's a win-win. I love that approach, actually, because a lot of times when we get to the point where you have a lot of clients, you want to focus on the clients. You want to make sure that you're delivering on the results that you promised. But if you don't have any help, it's going to be a little bit hard to do. So right at the beginning, hiring somebody to do something for you is a great idea, especially because it just takes time. And you're able to shrink that time by using other people. So I love that idea. And I love that you do this, because that's how you can build an audience, and then you can hire me and help you with their emails. I mean, it's great. It's like a win-win, right?
Yeah.
But it's something that, a lot of people are scared about, and it's the first step to be able to build your audience and to build your influence, with connections and getting to know people genuinely and putting yourself out there. And I'm sure you teach a lot of things about doing videos and how to connect and what are some of the important things you have to mention. So I think it's a great program. And I think a lot of coaches, if you're feeling a little bit insecure about how to connect, what are some of the things I have to say? Who do I reach even out to? Like, how do I find these people? Then you definitely want to connect with Regitze so that she can help you out, because this is what she does. So I want to thank you for being here. Is there something else that I didn't ask you that I should have asked you, or something else that you want to do you want to comment before we go offline?
No, I think, well, maybe we can also say that another type of organic marketing is also the email marketing that you're doing.
Yeah.
And also, if you have a website, doing SEO, search engine optimization. So that's the part of it. Yeah, I'm not covering that too much in my program, but that is definitely also organic marketing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I can tell you from emails, the success that I have is I still work with two of the clients. I cold emailed initially when I was starting out about 4 years ago as a copywriter. Actually, it might be more now. Time just flies by. And I only sent 50 to 60 emails to potential people. I think I got more than 20 responses, either yes or no, but 2 of them I'm working with still right now. So it does work if you know how to do it right. And it's not sending spam. It's not sounding, it's establishing yourself as an authority in your market. Some of the things that, just to give you an idea of the things that I came up with when I was cold emailing them, it was about the iOS update. I don't know if you guys know, and I don't want to get too technical, but when it comes to open rates, they're really obsolete. They really don't tell you the whole picture of who's opening up your emails and who's not, because the iOS update happened about 1.5 years ago. And that was important for people to know. So as I was continuing with my efforts of cold emailing, because you don't cold email once and then you're done. It's an ongoing process. I actually was teaching people about the iOS update and letting people know, because they need to know. If I'm an email marketer, they need to know about this particular topic that was happening. So about 2 years ago, I was letting them know about this and being able to, actually, no, it was 2021, right after the pandemic. So a lot of things that happen, it's not just a one and done deal, it's a process. But if it works because you're focused on strategies that, like Rajiti teaches, that it's not just about spamming and sending connection requests for everybody. It's about being you, being authentic, being an authority in your market, and being able to being of service and really connecting. Actually, with you, I think I was actually reaching out to you to do a survey for me and to answer a few questions, which thank you for doing, by the way. And it just came about that I want to help you. I want you to be successful. I want people to contact you. And that's really the power of networking. So that's just an example. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate people who want to share what they do. If you're a coach, any type of coach, or if you are a service provider, somebody who's going to bring in value to the group, please let me know. I would love to feature you. I would love to feature your work. Regitze, please make sure that I tagged you in the video. Please make sure your website is there, or a way to contact you is there, or if you want to put your Calendly link in there. As everybody knows, we don't allow any promotionals post in the group, but when it comes to the coaches spotlight, we do allow that just that one time for the coaches because this is really about serving and about teaching and about being there to help each other out. So that's why we do it like that. But Regitze, please make sure that you put your information there, because what you've shared is super valuable. And especially people who are just starting out, if you hire a coach right now, it's going to really accelerate your growth. You don't understand so much. I had a copywriting coach, and he was the one who really got me so much farther along than if I didn't have a coach. So I definitely suggest it. You need to make sure that it's a good vibe with you, that it goes with your values. And if you like organic strategies that are not going to cost you money to spend on Facebook ads or any other types of advertising, then that's definitely the way to go, and continue to grow your team at the same time, which is awesome. So thank you so much for joining us, Regitze.
Thank you so much for letting me be on your show. And I'm looking forward to speaking to you again. And I'm so glad you said that with you having a coach. That's how I got started also. I was trying on my own, and it wasn't succeeding. And it wasn't until I got a coach, and also one with one-on-one calls, because I really needed that. That's when it finally clicked for me, and I finally got some clients and started to earn money on it. Yeah. So thanks for that.
Yeah, of course. And thanks for everybody for watching. I know Jason also liked the video, and we had Christian who was here. So if you're here, let us know. Reach out to us if you need help. I'm your email marketing person, but Regitze is going to help you grow. So that's who you want to contact as well. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you at the next Coaches Spotlight, and have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. And if I don't talk to you before, then Happy New Year as well. Bye-bye, everybody.